Bravo, both of you. Yeah. Bravo. Good. Where's Yuri? What happened to Yuri? Oh, there you are. Yuri, that's what I was talking about, of being available to the audience. You see how she's singing to the audience? For her, it's all about the audience. She's telling a story, and she can't wait for them to know exactly what's going on in her mind. That's the secret. And it's the secret for all the instrumentalists here. All the instruments. We have so much to learn for the singers because they have words, they know exactly what they're saying, and they know that, like actors, their job is to involve every single person in the audience. And Bethany, you're great. I've never seen Bethany before, never heard her before, but you're an amazing singer and a beautiful artist, and you are a great communicator, which is beautiful, and you have a wonderful companion. There is, I think, even more turmoil. You're aware of the turmoil that you're in, but I think there's even more going on here than we can bring out, because Schubert has a way of just getting so deeply into the mind of this creature. She's, how old would you guess? 16 is right. Yeah. Right, so this is like Romeo and Juliet. It's like, so this is a young woman who's just for the first time discovered her sexuality and her love. And she's not angry, actually. She's just saying what happened to her when she discovered this love for this man. And she's totally mesmerized by her, by him and her relationship to him. And at the same time, she's doing the most mundane thing that a person, the most bourgeois, the most predictable thing. She's sitting at a spinning wheel and spinning and spinning and spinning. So there's a complete tension between her feelings and her activity. Right? So that's what the song is about for them. It's a struggle between deep romantic feeling and the monotony of everyday life. Right? So how do we do that? Well, Schubert does it by dynamics. He can't do it almost not at all by timing. There are one or two accelerando, and there's a long ritardando at the end where she just completely loses her mind and stops spinning altogether, and the thing just dribbles out, and that's the end of it. But other than that, there's a real question, what does he mean by the tempo here? And you have to decide this. And there are many different interpretations of it. It's very ambiguous. He says, nicht zu geschwind, right? Nicht zu geschwind. Don't do it too fast. But he doesn't say don't do it too slow either. And somehow Dina has to create the feeling of a machine, of a mechanical thing. Just and I think maybe a tiny bit faster would help that. There's no rule. He didn't leave a metronome mark. It's up to you. And you will hear very slow versions. I heard a version this morning with Claudio Abbado. Have you heard that? With orchestra. It's unbelievably fast. I don't think he meant that. I think it's just a machine, but it's got to be a machine. So somehow, let's see whether we can get this machine going. Don't even sing. Dina, let's see whether we can get the machine going. The right hand is the spinning wheel. The left hand is the foot pedal. Right? So we have bum, 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 bum. Monotonous as you can be. Sempre staccato. One. And bum, 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 bum. There we go. That sounds like a machine, right? That's very good. Very bravo, bravo, bravo. Now, you come in, and from the beginning, you've lost every hope of calm, peace of quiet. Your heart is in a turmoil, still in pianissimo, but deeply engaged from the beginning. I heard you holding back at the beginning so that you would have more later. I would give everything you have at the beginning and then do more.
Okay.
All right. Don't ever hold back for something else. Give everything at the moment. Now it's pianissimo, but still, I know. You're gone, and your head is totally in you're spinning, the most bourgeois activity you can think of, but boy, is your mind going crazy. All the turbulence and the doubt and the self-discovery and the passion and the hormones and everything is swirling in your brain. Right? It's exciting, actually. Do you remember that? All right, so you have to bring it alive for the people in the room. Beautiful, Bethany, you're great. Here we go. Right, now, in Schubert, when the dynamics change in the piano, they change for you too. So that crescendo to forte is shocking. It's just as shocking as the experience of this young girl. She's suddenly realizing, ich finde nicht nimmer mehr, I'll never be. And it's true, you know, this is the end of her childhood. She'll never find that peace again. Right? Like that, a moment of crescendo. Good, very good. And something happened to your voice already, just because of our discussion about it and your thinking about it. It's become more intimate, more precious, and more young. Yeah, you found a more youthful sound, which is beautiful. So many of the people who sing this song sound as though this happened 30 years ago, and you don't want that. Okay, here we go. Can I hear the treadle? Boom, boom, boom. Just play the treadle. Boom, 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 boom.
Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich finde sie nimmer und nimmer wieder.
Pianist. Yeah, that's fine. You missed it. That's great. That's great. Remember that the crescendo applies to you. So ich finde. Make the crescendo all the way to that B, right? But it's beautiful. I love your voice now. It's very, very intense. She's almost a woman. Not quite. Almost. And the thing is, when you have a rest, don't treat the rest as a place to stop. Treat the rest as a place to go forward.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
Like a gasp of breath.
Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich finde sie nimmer und nimmer wieder. Wo ich ihn nicht hab, ist mir das Grab.
Yeah, what you're saying is whenever you're not with her, with him, it's like a grave. So at that moment you're in absolute, that despair of being in the grave. First verse, fantastic. Go on, the second one, wohin. Yeah.
Wo ich ihn nicht hab, ist mir das Grab. Die ganze Welt ist mir vergällt. Mein armer Kopf ist mir verrückt. Mein armes Hirn ist mir zerstört.
Good. And crescendo goes all the way to zerstückt, all the way. Now we're getting it. We're beginning to feel this desperation and the bravo, Dina, fantastically beautiful. Would you do wohin?
Wo ich ihn nicht hab, ist mir das Grab. Die ganze Welt ist mir vergällt.
Yeah, vergelt is bitter. Life being without this man is like the grave, and it's bitter. So be in despair about that. Good, once again. And don't make the crescendo too soon. That mezzo forte has got to hold you until the real crescendo begins, right? A long way. Look, I've marked it in yellow. Look how long it is. Whew. All right? Good, great, beautiful. Here, once again.
Wo ich ihn nicht hab, ist mir das Grab. Die ganze Welt ist mir vergällt. Mein armer Kopf ist mir verrückt. Mein armes Hirn ist mir zerstückt. Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich finde sie nimmer und nimmer mehr. Nach ihm schau ich zum Fenster
Now, for the first moment, you've been talking about yourself. Now you're talking about him. That changes your whole demeanor, right? You get a sense of outward passion, no longer held in. But now it's about this amazing man, the way he walks, the way he talks, when he opens his mouth, the voice, the the sense of wonder, and he even goes into the major key. I mean, amazing. Isn't that a great moment? Okay, so let's do that. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah, from there. Right. This is the only reason you ever look out of the window. That's the only reason, is in order to see, maybe he's there. Right? It's the only reason why I go out of the house, is because I might run into him. Right? Isn't that an amazing idea? Right. So get that amazement. Once again, same thing. Now you describe him. Yeah, this is now you're talking about him. You're describing this man, because now your audience is really interested in who this guy is. You know, you say, now look at him, his beautiful bearing, his voice, the way he speaks, and that's why he goes into the major. Isn't that lovely? Great, beautiful. Go do it again. No. Yeah, remember, this is not about you, this is about him. Now you're looking over and seeing this extraordinary man.
Okay.
Right? And everything about him, his deportment, his voice, the way he carries himself, you know, so you're describing somebody. It's a totally different thing from saying, I never leave this house unless, the only reason I leave this house is because I might see him. The only reason I look out of the window is because I might see him. Now, here he is. Right? And the beautiful modulation to F major, I mean, genius, right? Wonderful. So let's try once more and then let's make the transition. Yeah, now you see what happens is she started describing him, and the F major, beautiful, and then she started getting extremely excited, right? And it gets louder and louder and louder, and finally the kiss, right? So it's got to be something just overwhelming. That's the whole point. The whole thing comes to a standstill. She forgets to spin, and the whole thing, for the first time and only time, stops. Right. So, and the kiss has got to be, what was it really like? Right, you can make it more. Okay. Right, more. So everybody in the audience said, wow, I would have, whatever she's having, I want that. All right, okay. Great, we'll do one more time. You just start to describe him, and as you describe him, you start getting, oh my God, and the crescendo builds, and the machine is going crazy because it's getting so loud. It's, it's wonderful. Okay, here we go. Good. No, I don't go out.
Gestalt, seines Mundes Lächeln, seiner Augen Gewalt und seine Rede, Tag Fluss, seine Hände Glück und sein Kuss. Mein Busen drängt sich nach ihm hin. Ach, dürfte ich fassen und haben ihn und küssen ihn, so wie ich wollt, an seinen Füßen vergehen sollt. Und könnte ich ihn küssen, so wie ich wollt, an seinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Und meinen Küssen vergehen sollt.
That's right. Do you know, that's what I mean about give everything you have, and then you find the kiss is on G, and the climax here is on A. Right, so she leaves something, even with that incredible, beautiful, incidentally fantastic, totally convincing. And then when you finally you're swooning here. And that's why the bass, Schubert does this amazing. First of all, it's all fortissimo. Look, fortissimo, 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 fortissimo. And look at the bass, do the bass. G. In fortissimo, wah! Each one like with a bass drum on each note, like that, as aggressive, or in fortissimo, for line after line, right? That was great. Good. Should we do mein Busen? Mein Busen drängt sich nach ihm. My bosom is drawn to him, yearns for him. Right? You're doing great. I could grasp him, hold him, kiss him. To my heart's content, everybody's dream. Right? Great. So let's do that last verse. Here we go. And don't hold back, Dina. This is not a moment to hold back.
Mein Busen drängt sich nach ihm hin. Ach, dürfte ich fassen und haben ihn.
I just want to tell you something here. Everybody feels the desire to move faster, and he actually says, move faster. Isn't that great? There's actually an accelerando. Normally we would say, don't make an accelerando. He didn't write it. He wrote it. So let's do it. Once again, yeah, go for it. Here we go.
Mein Busen drängt sich nach ihm hin. Ach, dürfte ich fassen und haben ihn und küssen ihn, so wie ich wollt, an seinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Und könnte ich ihn küssen, so wie ich wollt, an seinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Und meinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer.
Bravo. Both. Fantastic. Great. Dina. Beautiful. You know, you're like an amazing bird in a cage, and suddenly the cage opened and everything, you flew. And you know, you've got to understand, everybody understand that leader depends as much on the piano as it does on the singer. Without a great pianist, these songs don't work. With a great pianist, everything comes out. You're amazing, you're beautiful, thank you. You gave everything you have, and it's terrific. This is an example of somebody who doesn't hold back, and I know you don't hold back in any part. I've never met you before, but I know you don't hold back in any part of your life, which is great. That's a huge gift. One of the gifts artists have is to remind people how great it is to be free, to be unencumbered, to be available, to be richly engaged. That's part of our job as performers, is to give that model to people so they don't feel so restricted. And Schubert is our best vehicle, isn't it? Incredible. Well, you're a beautiful musician, beautiful person. You're a great addition to our life. Please come back.
Thank you.
Great. Great. Beautiful.